I've realized there's a little elaboration that can and should be done um, about, well, I'm sure that there's probably a million questions in your head that uh, if I was you, I would have. So, but it seems like some people are maybe too worried of the implications of putting their identity, their profile out there as taking this seriously by asking me a serious question in the comments. I assume that would explain a lot of the, there's just, I know I'm being considerably, like my exposure is being unnaturally, uh, like lowered. Um, Actually, I can't do it right now, but I will make a video in the future where the analytics prove it pretty conclusively. Um, but that's for a future video. Okay. So this book of life thing. All right. So it makes sense that somebody would be the judge, right? It's basically like, as above, so below. So there's like a King Solomon. Everything is cyclical and history repeats itself. Okay, so like there's a King Solomon, right? And then there's uh like a angelic version of that too. There's a good judge. Okay, there's a king that's a good judge. Someone that doesn't hold grudges, someone that's very quick to forgive and slow to anger, someone who doesn't hate anybody even if they should, and that somebody is really painfully obviously summed up here. Anybody that knows me at all knows that's not an exaggeration, that's not stretching the truth, that's my nature. So there is there is just a considerable amount of power in having a position like that. Now that power doesn't translate all that well to here in the physical, but if people understood that, it would, and it will. But people have to understand that first. Now, let me give you a little bit of uh, supporting evidence. So when I was in jail most recently, actually 2 times ago, um, there, the George Floyd thing happened when I was in jail, but um, I didn't know about it until I got out of jail. We knew something was up because they weren't letting us watch TV. We were on lockdown, and there was some rumors, but we didn't know. Okay, but I had a dream. Well, okay, like when you wake up in the morning and you're like half asleep still. That's kind of the way it was when this happened, and but I received somebody's prayer, and that somebody was a cop. It was a cop, and he was praying to Jesus and saying that he's afraid to go to work. He doesn't want to go to work because he's afraid of getting ambushed, and he doesn't want to respond to 911 calls. And I was like, well, shit, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That sounds, I don't, good luck. I don't, yeah, you might get fired if you don't go to work, but I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I might not want to get ambushed either if I thought there was a credible, see, but I didn't know what he was talking about. But I found out what he was talking about, and that made the dream real. And then it made who I am real too. Because why the fuck am I getting people's Jesus prayers? So, okay, so there's the birthmark, the when I was born and told, look exactly, there's everything's fucking there, everything's there. There's nothing, there it really is no, you'd have to be half retarded, if not full retarded, to not, you know, accept it. And then, okay, and then if you accept it, then you should be happy. Nobody should accept it and be sad about it. Come on now. Why would you be sad about it? It's a good thing. Trust me, it's good. There's no losers in this whole thing. Everybody's gonna win. Don't worry. All right. Now, what else? There's some other things I needed to clear up. Okay, so there seems to be a little hair in the soup that has to do with the fact that my blood type is technically and in all seriousness it's a different species than the vast majority of people. And to me, it's a big deal to me. It shouldn't be that big of a deal to you, but to me it is, because in my family, me and my aunt were the only ones that were like that, and we were basically ostracized. Like in our own family, we felt really like they didn't understand us. All right, but I understood my aunt. We understood each other, but we were both ostracized from our family in a pretty real way. Okay, and it's I have a very strong feeling that this is something that is because of my blood type, and I would prefer, if I procreated, that my children would be that, and they're not going to be that if my spouse isn't that. So, because it's recessive. Okay, so that's, I made these feelings public, and I maybe didn't explain it in a very polite way or something, and I'm sorry for that, but please don't blow a fucking fuse over it. It doesn't mean that anybody's any less human. Like, we're all just trying to do the best we can here. Like, everybody's just trying to survive and play their hand the best they can. Okay, I don't see why there needs to be some kind of race war breaking out. That's ridiculous. I love you, but it'd be way better if you loved yourself, and you should. You can. You should. You don't. I don't want anybody to see themselves as less than, and you don't have to. If you need to view me as garbage in order for you to feel good about yourself, then do that, because I want everybody to feel good about themselves. Please don't blame me for your low self-esteem. Don't do that. I love you. Please love yourself. All right. With that, I better get the hell out of here. Talking about this stuff can get hairy.